You're not gonna believe what just happened earlier on my Facebook page. Nickelodeon is gonna make a Nintendo-based cartoon. I have some high opinions and high hopes and high doubts for this to happen. I've already talked about Nickelodeon in my previous one talks about the childhood cartoons, but nowadays Nickelodeon isn't as good as it used to. I mean, come on. Nickelodeon went downhill in 2009 ever since that logo showed up on our screens. I don't know why, but Nintendo, please make up your mind. If you're gonna work with Nickelodeon, you better get creative assistance, because Nickelodeon might screw up with all the cartoon characters versions of Mario and Pokemon and Zelda and all the other Nintendo characters. I'd much rather let that happen if it was this Nickelodeon, the Nickelodeon that I grew up with. Because the Nickelodeon back then in the early 2000s and late 90s when I was younger, they had a lot better choices of shows. Sure, there were some that were short-lived, but still, it had a lot better variety compared to today's Nickelodeon. I don't know why Nintendo was planning on making cartoons on Nickelodeon. On the bright side, at least we get to see Mario as the same channel as SpongeBob SquarePants. Now, in a little bit, we're gonna do a top 5 things of what Nickelodeon should do with Nintendo. This also has to do with Nickelodeon as a network in general, because they absolutely suck nowadays. Nickelodeon used to be so much better back then. Number 1, keep it faithful to the source material. Now, Nickelodeon has ruined the Rabbids Invasion, a franchise that not many people like to play, but they ended up making the Rabbids even more annoying and obnoxious because there's no premise, there's no story. It's just a bunch of rabbits going crazy, loud nonsense that not many people like. Nintendo should be aware that they should make their own cartoon characters as innocent and charming like Harvey Beaks, because that show was pretty good. It's a shame that Nickelodeon is going to move that show into Nicktoons Network, which is pretty bad. But luckily, I'm pretty sure Nintendo will be just like them. And number 2 is to make it a variety show. Now think about it. Nintendo has a boatload of characters, not just Mario. There's Zelda, Pokemon, Metroid, F-Zero, Fire Emblem. There's so many franchises. I mean, divide it like to each segments of each character. It's not just one show about one franchise. Make it like Smash Brothers variety show with comedy and action. Number 3, if there was a Zelda cartoon, don't make Link annoying or even talk at all. Because Nickelodeon is known for making characters annoying, especially in the live-action shows, like the Thundermans. I mean, dear God, that show was god-awful. It's complete garbage. I'm so surprised that this show is still running. I mean, who watches this crap? Same goes for Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Don. That show is a complete abomination as well. I mean, Legend of Zelda is supposed to be about adventure, not about stupid annoyance, and I especially don't want Link to say,
Princess.
Number 4, have the humor and animation from the GameCube games. Now this one's kinda easy because in the GameCube games Mario Golf, Toadstool Tour, and Mario Power Tennis, there are 2 CGI intros featuring the Mario gang, and it mainly features Mario and Waluigi sabotaging the Mario gang. And both of those feel like animated cartoon shorts you'd see on television commercials or something. And I could see them do more of this if they turn it into an entire TV series. Have Wario and Waluigi sabotaging the Mario gang while playing sports or something like that. That'd be amazing. And finally, number 5, make epic stories about the Nintendo characters. Now, I've already said that I wanted a Smash Brothers variety show, but not just a variety show with action and humor, but just complete epic action and something big like in Avatar The Last Airbender. Make it a complete story like the Subspace Emissary of Smash Brothers Brawl. We need some real epic stories about the Nintendo characters, not just regular everyday situations like in Alvin and the Chipmunks, although that show is not technically completely owned by Nickelodeon. It was acquired, so technically Nickelodeon does not completely own that show. Alright, so before we wrap this up, let's talk real quickly about the reason why there's going to be a Nintendo series, because some guy from Federation Studios is going to plan on making a classic video game cartoon, but these are just rumors, so yeah, that's pretty much the reason why there's going to be a Nintendo series, just rumors. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Peace out, rock on, have a nice day, and let me know if you think there should be a Nintendo cartoon.